Hello, welcome again to Channel of Comfort. Something is going on in northern Ghana, specifically Gambaga. It's been going on actually that I came across recently that I definitely need to talk about because here we try to highlight issues of abuse against women and children and how we can curtail it or do something about it. I cannot talk about this without giving a shout out to Scanty Explores. Scanty and your boys, you guys are doing amazing. I watch you guys a lot, and I like your show. Kudos for bringing this to the attention of the world. I knew about the Trokosi girls, but I did not know about this. And I think this is something that should be of concern to every Ghanaian and to the government. Because, of course, like I think the title was Community Built on Stigma. Okay. We cannot build a community on stigma, but even the women involved. What am I talking about? This is a quote unquote witch camp. Witch camp. So it's a community built for women who have been um, stigmatized as witches from the original community. So this women, and I think that in the video they were all old women, like older women. Some have been there for over 20 years. Okay, in a bunch of them, they're all women. So they were brought from the original communities. Okay, they were considered to be witches, and I heard there's a ritual that is performed, and then I mean if you're accused of being a witch, there's a ritual that is performed, and then just I guess just to confirm whether you are truly a witch or not. If it turns out that you are truly a witch, then they'll put you in that camp in Gambaga. Because if you stay in your original town or community, you might lose your life. Because once you're considered a witch, once you are confirmed a witch through the ritual, nobody wants you in your community. So there's a Malam. They said his name was Malam Baba. He would bring these witches and he would take them to the chief, who would give them a small land, a portion of land to build their huts over there, and then live amongst the other witches. So every woman in that video, every old woman, and it's always the older woman. Okay, I wonder though, how come all witches are like women? Like, how come when a woman like hits the 60, 65 going onwards, like or upwards, they like people tend to brand them witches. How about the men? Like we don't have male wizards. Like I know there's a word for wizard. Like a male witch is called a wizard. So how come there are no men in the camp? Or there are no men wizards in the whole of Ghana, the entirety of Ghana. Only the women are witches. Like, I think this has got to stop. And that, I mean, the fact I saw the look on these women's faces, the look of sadness in their faces. And these women have children. They actually have to, and surprisingly, some of these women come to the village with their grandchildren. That kind of confused me. Because if they come with their grandchildren, it means they have children. So you believe your mother's a witch, and she's being thrown out of your village into another village where they are. I mean, God bless that chief. Like he provides them with shelter. He gives them work to do. They are protected, and they live in that community. People don't look down on them. Like people, they trade, they sell, and people buy their things. And like no one has died. I didn't hear in the video that anybody in the village has been eaten alive by these witches, and they're still taking care of their grandchildren, and they've not done, and they've not killed, they've not taken the lives of their grandchildren. And so how come the original community is insisting that they don't want them in that community? And forget about the community, how about the children? So how can you watch your mom leave your community because she's branded a witch into a new community. And some of them have not seen their kids. Like they go there and they don't see their children again. Their children don't look for them. They don't like contact them in any way. How is this happening? And it looks like this has been going on for years. How is it that the witches are these only women, older women? And how are the children not like linking up with them, not checking on them? Like, I don't understand. Like, have the children completely given up on them? If you have a mother in that camp, you need to rethink. You need to repent, actually, because you cannot believe what other people are saying about your mother. Your mother, like, your mother carried you for 9 months, sometimes even more. Went through all the pangs, the pains of like pregnancy, the pangs of childbirth. Like, she did not take you like, she did not destroy you. She did not harm you in any way. Just for her to reach the age of what, excuse me, 50, 60, 50, whatever, 70, and be branded a witch, and then you just watch her leave. They throw them out of the community just for their own safety. And you don't go visit them, you don't check on them. And those who allow your moms to go with your children, are you checking on them? Why don't you find somewhere else and go stay with your mother? Like, this is wrong. This is emotional abuse. Like, I could tell from the faces of these old women, they are sad. Almost all of them. They try to find like peace amongst themselves. They try to find joy among themselves. They were singing and dancing. But like and like when the camera was on them alone, individually, you could tell that they are sad. Because how can you live thinking that your entire community, even your children, believe that you are rich, and for that matter, they've deserted you. They've disowned you, and like they're not checking on you. Like they're not, like, you live believing that you are a witch. Meanwhile, they are there. Are they feeding them human flesh? Are they feeding them human flesh? Because it's like what are they taking the lives of people? No, they are living like any other person in the community. So like, why do they have to build a camp for them? Which camp? But God bless that community. The tall guys who were like walking, scanties guys and all that. Like they were over there dancing with them. It seemed like they help them. They give them lands to farm on so that they can eat. But this is wrong. I feel like this is wrong. Something needs to be done. The government of Ghana should do something about it. This branding needs to stop. I mean, it to me, it doesn't make any sense. And I mean, I'm speaking directly to the children, because most of these women have children. You don't have to leave your mother alone like that. Like, everybody can brand them. Everybody can desert them, but not you. It means that you are also believing with your community that your mother is a witch, and you don't want to have anything to do with your mother. But she's still not killed you. She's not killed you. She's not taking your life. Let's stop treating older women this way. That is wrong, and that is not a blessing. This is emotional abuse, and we need to stop it. It's not a blessing to the community. It's not a blessing to the children, and the government needs to look into this. We need to find a way to stop this. How do they even determine who? Like, how? I mean, the one of the boys explained it. It really didn't add up to me. It did not add up to me. But I mean, I don't know if I should say it's their culture or their tradition. But to the children, you don't have to allow your mother to go through this. And those who have allowed their children to even go with their mothers, and you've left them alone. Like, just look at them. If you have a mother there, you need to repent, and you need to rethink and do something about it. If she cannot come back to your community, find somewhere and go live with your mother and take care of your mother, because she took care of you. It's your time to take care of your mother. Okay? Witch or no witch, she's your mother, and you cannot desert her. It's not a blessing. It is not a blessing, and it is not right. Okay, and it should not always be the women. It should not always be. If it's only the women, there's a big question mark. There's a big question mark if it's always the women. It should not always be the women. The women who bring life into the world, they are the ones who are always branded witches. I have an auntie who always says, if anyone doesn't know and I hit my sixes and they start calling me a witch, I would deal with them. Because it's like most women they are scared. Like when they are hitting that a 60 going, they are scared that people will be branding them witches. Please, for goodness sake, sometimes it's not even witchcraft. Sometimes it's something else going on with them that we cannot understand. There's something called dementia, is real. There's something called Alzheimer's, is real. So if they're acting or behaving in a way that you don't understand, that doesn't mean they are witches. Find out more. Take them to a hospital. Let the doctor help you figure out what's going on with them, rather than branding them. Or this foul thing that they used to decide what they go lays sideways or whatever. I don't know. But please, the children, don't put your mother through that. That is sad. That was very disheartening for me to see this woman, and like just the look on their faces. Like it's sad. You cannot desert your mother like that. She brought you into this world. She gave you life. She did not take it. She did not take your life. She did not destroy you because she loves you. This is the time for you to show your mother how much you love her. And you don't have to side with the community who are branding her, who are like, stigmatizing her. I used to hear this a lot growing up in Ghana, of course. I used to hear this a lot. Like, children would like this pastor would say they did something and they found out this kid is a witch, and then people will be following the girl and they'll be confessing. My grandmother gave it to me. She put it in palm oil, blah, 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 blah. And all these things, like looking back, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not saying there are no bad people out there. But what I'm saying is that you cannot let your mother, like this plenty women, are all witches and they are all living in the same space. And they've lived in that camp for years. And the people in the community, in the Gambaga community, they are all alive. The human beings have not finished in that community yet. The people are buying from them, eating their food, and like mingling with them, interacting with them, and they are okay. Then you should be okay with your mother. That should tell you that your mother is probably not a witch. Or even if she's a witch, maybe not a bad witch. I don't know if there's a good witch or a bad witch, but please don't do that to your mother. Go get your mother. Go get your mother and put them somewhere else and take care of them. And the government of Ghana, we need to look into the MP of whatever, like the community surrounding this Gambaga area. We need to relook, like look into this. Okay, like something needs to be done about it. Something needs to be done about it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, but I mean, kudos to Scanty and the friends for doing this. But it shouldn't be something that we just watch and enjoy. Like this is something that calls for action from the leaders in the community and the leaders of that country, Ghana. This calls for action. The women are not happy. The women are not happy. The women are emotionally being abused, I would say. But thank goodness for Malam Baba and the chief of Gambaga. But I think it should go beyond that. Save the women. Save the mothers. Save the mothers at the witch camp. Yeah. Let's have a rethink. Thank you.